Hello Fire Sign Collective and welcome to your reading. Thank you so much for being here today. We're going to be taking a look at the general collective overview for Sun, Moon, Rising and North Node placements. So tapping into the overall energy for the overview of the month ahead, I see you guys reassessing your foundations and how it is that you wish to move forward in the future. You guys are going to be setting much more solid plans in place this month. I see much more results coming from the things that you've already invested yourself in, is what I just heard, because I saw the number 48. You guys could also be moving. If you guys have been looking for a home, I see that coming in to manifest this month for you guys. If you guys have been wanting to get closer with like your family, I see that coming into being as well, like resolutions to past issues being experienced, like arguments. If you've felt any indifference with people coming from the month of January, you guys are going to be creating solutions in relationship dynamics that have been rocky. I also see that there's going to be a lot of experiences of cleansing. So I see a lot of forgiveness, I see a lot of surrendering, and I see a lot of release and letting go. Water also represents harmony, flow, and the release of like stagnancy or feelings of blockages. Healing, cleansing, and purification. So we have the World card being here as the majoring theme for the month ahead. You guys are going to be recognizing the cycles it is that you've been in a much more intimate or deep rooted way. You guys have probably been revealing deeper forms of information that you've needed to yourself. 2 seconds, please. Sorry about that, guys. I had to fix my lighting. But something I want to share here on the side is that you guys could be experiencing a lot more like confusing phenomena with electrical things. Like lights might start to flicker more around you this month, or like blow. Electrical things might just be really, really weird. It's your energy. I don't know what it is exactly. I think there is a term that someone I'm connected to has pointed out before. I think it's called sliders. You guys can go and research that. You might start to notice that take effect around you. It's just the energy, like the frequency you're emitting is messing with electronics around you. It can also be a sign that spirit guides are around you, and they're taking the energy to kind of apparition or form around you or talk to you, gain themselves an energy, you know. So just be aware of that. But with the number 55 being on this World card from this deck, this is talking about you identifying with what you want to change and learning how to create in the best way. I do see here that there's a warning, and it's talking about you not exposing your plans to people outside of you, and instead living in your plans, because what you might find is you're a little bit more sensitive to criticism or the opinion of others this month. So this is saying to protect yourself and your energy, it will be good for you to set boundaries with yourself about what you choose to share and who you choose to share that with. This will help you to just keep it a little bit more protected, whatever it is that you're working on from the projections of other people. With the 9 of Wands being here, yeah, this will help you to feel safe enough to carry on with what it is that you're working on, whether this be career, family issues, even self-development or self-progress, the things that you've been working on within yourself and that you've been focused on manifesting in your life. With the number 48 coming back up here again, I keep seeing it flashing. So what is this about? Transition and home units. So I don't know, perhaps there are certain things that have been taking place in your family. Just know that things are going to be equalizing out and balance is going to be restored to you this month. So let's go ahead and take a look into the spiritual lesson that is going to be domineering over the month of February. The spiritual lesson here is the High Priestess, secrecy, intuition, learning about systems and cycles, contributions, the also gathering information about the internal world, and understanding or uncovering truths about what you're truly not happy with within yourself, what is not comfortable, and then taking yourself seriously enough to feel confident enough to start independently moving towards executing change in the way that you know is going to help benefit you, that will also then in turn help benefit others when you feel restored, rejuvenated, and safe within yourself. You're gathering more information about yourself with Mercury being in Pisces. I'd say you're also learning what it means to articulate yourself in ways that leave no room to be misunderstood. You don't want to be misunderstood by people, and I see you expanding your vocabulary to help you to do that. Like the messages that you have and the wisdom that you have, or the outlooks that you have and the truths that you need to express yourself and release. Fire Sign Collective, is going to be very, very important that you honor the processes of learning how to become confident with doing those things. You know what I'm saying? With the number 71 being here, you're going to be rediscovering yourself through your own self-development work. It's like you're already on a self-discovery journey here, and you guys are already very, very well attuned within your spiritual practices, within your intuitive knowings, within your inner workings and inner world. I would say you're quite well disciplined within yourself, and you're quite well rounded within your self-awareness. I would say that you're very divine feminine energy. You're very creative, you're very understanding, you know the art of projection and receptivity. You know your impact, you know cause, and you understand effect. You also have a tapped in consciousness, like you're tapped into a consciousness that understands the past, present, and future, which talks about root cause, effect, and consequence. So yeah, you guys are very good at divination, I would say, and that you guys are very mystical, and these sorts of abilities are going to be coming up this month, and you're going to be learning how to differentiate intuition from a contrasting yet very fine line delusion. Like you're going to be attracting this in within other people outside of you guys, because you're already well discerned within yourself of what is intuition and what is fantasy or built illusion within. So I think you're going to be guiding a lot of people this month, and I also feel like you're going to be recorrecting some forms of misunderstandings within other people as well as in yourself. Now, I don't know what's happening with the throat chakra, because I wasn't having any issues before I started this reading while I was aligning with you guys. Okay, so this month the spiritual lesson is going to be based around your throat chakra. I understand. This is you developing courage within speaking the truth, no matter how direct that truth must be told. Still expressing yourself, regardless of who might disagree with you. This is empowering you and helping you to heal your throat chakra, open you back up as a channel. Your confidence in expression has been dimmed recently, and it's like you're going to be healing that this month. So I would say start to incorporate more colors. Start to incorporate more things that you enjoy that open you back up to joyful experiences. Because I do see later on, when you hit about the middle of the month, you're going to start to experience more results or materialize forms of results that will help to confirm your suspicions, your predictions, your ideals, and your understandings or previous teachings if you are a mentor of some sort, or a teacher of intuition and modality or healing, or you have taken someone under your wing recently and have been showing them a different way or offering them a different choice of perspective. The key right now is to stay optimistic and hopeful, and focused on manifesting goodness, no matter which form that may come to be. So when goodness is not around you, you're going to feel a drive within yourself to create happiness. And you're going to find probably a little bit more of a lower experience with an exchange of connections outside of you this month, because once again, you're going to be attracting in people who are kind of lost, if I'm honest, fire collective. And you're going to be showing yourself by providing your services why you should celebrate yourself and the progress you've already made, the hurdles you've already overcome over, in realistic terms, a short amount of time. I also see you uncovering a lot of mysteries. And I also see you being very attractive to people outside of you, because you're much more focused on yourself and your own goals, your own practices. And you've also gained a perspective of a direction you wish to navigate moving forward or further into the year. I think you guys have already set goals for later in the year, and that's what you're working toward. I do see that coming into possibility, because you guys are making good decisions and you're trusting in yourself and you're learning through self-discovery of what works and what doesn't. Okay, so what will be the biggest challenges that they might meet? 2 moments once again. Once again, the throat chakra came up. So please speak nicely to yourself and speak more positive words into manifest. Speak more positivity into being. When you start to feel yourself moving into negative ways of thinking, challenge your thoughts by double. If you think 1 negative thought, think 2 positive thoughts about the negative focus, because if you can see a negative in a situation, you'll be able to find the positives in it as well, and the same vice versa. But the mindset we're wanting to be in is progression, and negativity doesn't build, it destroys. So if you're focused on creating goodness, you're aware of the negativity that can come from that goodness, so that's what provides you with awareness that needs to be held. Anything outside of that you can be flexible around. So you're going to find flexibility and adaptability is going to become helpful tools for you this month. Flexibility, adaptability, and receptivity. Receptivity is allowing life to become before you and taking what life provides you with. That's the receptivity. To then internalize it, to learn how to use it in the best possible way to create the best positive change in the direction that your free will chooses to build towards. And that's usually dictated by the behavior or the perception that then affects the emotions and behaviors that drive us. The impulses that drive us, you know. And then the longer we sit in those ways of being, the more we condition our memory, or what we call our belief system. We have the Knight of Wands here. So I see you guys being newly inspired, and you're going to feel challenged by impulsivity this month. So you're going to feel a little bit restless and not really know where to start when it comes to creative inspirations, because you've got so many passions that you're coming to realization with. So I would probably suggest that you guys start to write down more about your hopes, your dreams, your concerns, your fears. This will help you to relate back to later, because you're going to start to understand that the more you reflect on your belief systems and your understandings, the more you're going to start to see them evolve, and you're going to start to see deeper aspects and contributions to much more complex things that actually hold very simple answers. I know that sounds confusing right now, but later in the month, if you were to come back and check on this reading, you'll be able to relate to it in a completely different way. That's going to be another example. So I see over the month, you're going to feel challenged because you're going to be confronted with the past. But when you are confronted with the past, it's to help you, because there's still deeper insights from the past that you haven't recognized yet, that you will find of great use to people who you attract in this month. So through healing others, or guiding others, or providing life experience to others, you're going to be healing past versions of yourself, or past attachments or traumas. The Star card, which I didn't see, this talks about renewal, rejuvenation, dreams, hopes, and miraculous forms of healing or manifestation. If you guys have a platform, I see you guys growing in your reach to people outside of you. I also see as though you're going to have a deeper understanding for reflections. You're going to see yourself in others, and you're going to see others in yourself this month. This is the law of divine oneness that you guys are going to be experiencing. And this is why you're attracting in people who can benefit from your pastime experiences. Okay, so it's not really challenges, because you're types of people who allow yourself to go with the flow as it is. You're very divine feminine, you're very receptive as it is, you're very wise and well-rounded, and you're very insightful. You like to look for the information that helps you to understand what makes something work, or what makes a system flow, and what upholds systems, what contributions you make to things. Attention to detail is your ting. You know what I'm saying. With the Six of Cups being here, this is talking about the reminiscence of the past, learning lessons and putting an end to the past. And you're probably going to realize things about the past that still holds influence within your ways of thinking, feeling about yourself, perceiving the world, or perceiving possibility. And those things are going to be evolving this month. I also see that there could be a return of people from the past. Yeah, and they're probably going to provide certain answers or insights into something that will help you to see a situation completely differently. I see people being more generous with you this month, and you being more open with your time, your energy, and resources as well. This is after a time of feeling probably hermited and self-reflective. I would say probably after a time of you getting in touch with the true core truth. The true core truth. Funny. But you get me. You've been seeing where it is that something has been letting you down, and this could be something that has happened to you from the past, or disappointment that has come from something that you had your heart set on, all the way to how it is that you treat yourself, really. And I do think most of this is to do with how you treat yourself, the inner dialogue you share with yourself, the things that you tell yourself you can and can't do, the things you tell yourself that you are capable of achieving and not achieving. This is more like this month you're setting out on a self-discovery journey where you're putting your realizations into practice to prove to yourself your commitments and what you say is true about yourself to you. You're going to disprove yourself a lot too. You're going to shock yourself a lot this month by what I'm seeing here. Yep. Okay, so what is it that is hidden from you that you have to look forward to about the month ahead? I love this part of the reading. Praise. The word Lord. You guys are going to be sharing a lot more of your opinions, because people are going to be taking more interest in you over this month. You're going to have a lot more opportunities for communication, and you're going to be more open to praise. For those of you who have been working on a book, I see you doing really, really well. if you've been thinking about writing a book, I would say you guys would do well if you were to write one. I think another thing that you have to look forward to is you're going to bring balance to aggression in life, within your home, within your family, within your connections. This could be even aggression that you hold against yourself, like perhaps you are quite harsh on yourself at times where you don't need to be. Pile. I've been doing too many pick a card readings. Fire sign collective. You know what I'm saying? So the advice here is saying you have a lot of optimism to look forward to this month. A lot of hope is going to be returning to you, and this is going to be coming through inspiration. Like your creativity is going to heighten this month. And this is because there's been a release of dishonesty or aggressive people, dishonest people. There's been a purification of lies to oneself as well. Yeah, and an embrace of your fertility, your creativity, or your true divine feminine energy, the truth that is operating within, that we don't always display on the surface, that other people can relate to and see from first impression, or you know what I mean, in passing. There's a lot more to you that you're accepting that you don't show, or that isn't well known. So you're going to start to see a lot more of your talents resurfacing, especially from childhood. You're going to find a respark or a rebirth of love for your own presence in this month. And you're going to receive a lot of appreciation from people outside of you that hasn't really appreciated you in the right ways in the past. So you're going to feel really good about yourself overall this month, Pile. I did it again. Fire sign collective. You're going to feel really good about yourself. You're going to feel re-empowered and re-driven, and you're going to feel re-motivated because new inspirations are going to pop up. So it's important that you write them down so you don't forget them, because if you just keep them in your mind, I'm afraid you are going to have other things that are going to be emotion that will pop up and distract you from the remembrance or the ability to really integrate the information that you reflect on or realize over this month. And this is what's going to be driving you or guiding you, and you're going to have a very clear connection to that side of yourself. With the flower of life coming out here, inspiration or in dreams, this is just reconfirming what I was saying here. You're reconnecting to your own rhythm, and you're re-identifying with yourself. Like, I think you've had a lot of distractions, and you've been healing through a lot of things that you've had to leave behind. Fire signs, you know, and as a result of your healing, you're being rewarded with guidance that is coming through the form of inspiration, but really it's being passed down to you through your spirit team, with the flower of life being here, number 29. So ultimately it's going to be your choice what you choose to do with the inspirations that come through to you. That's why it's going to be important that you write it down or take close note, because it's going to lead you to more potential that you will be able to tap into and expand on when it appears for you. The arrow manifester, hitting the mark, intentions. Yeah, this will also help you to understand what intentions are going to be in alignment with your goals, that will help you to manifest it in the best possible ways and in the best beneficial ways for not just you but the people around you. This will help you to attune to your authentic purpose, which will be the meaning that you are able to the meaning that you'll be able to charge your creations with. That is your purpose, you know, what you deem as meaningful, and then recreating that meaning into what it is that you do creates a consciousness of its own. That's where you tap into your master creative abilities, you know. Free will and inspiration, authentic purpose, the map maker of destiny. You guys are going to be you're going to be feeling in a really good spot, because you're going to be in complete control of what's going on, because you're aware of what it is that you're doing. You've gained an awareness of self, and that's what this past month of January has been for you guys, is rediscovering yourself, rediscovering your talents, and rediscovering where it is that you wish to be at the end of the year from February. and that's what you're going to be building towards, and probably starting to see true results of at around June to August. Those are the messages I have for you today. Thank you so very much for stopping by. I hope this has come in positive service to you guys. And with all that being said, until next time. Bye. Air Sign Collective, hello and welcome to your reading. Thank you guys so much for being here today. We're going to be taking an overview look for the air sign, the air elements within the zodiac signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, and North Node. So just connecting to your guys' energy. Guides, guardians, universe energies in service of the highest and greatest good of those in service of the air sign collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. I welcome you into the space and I ask that you please guide me with truth, clarity, and wisdom. Please grant me the ability to articulate your messages as accurately and as clearly as possible. This is interesting. So for the first time and the longest time, Air Sign Collective, I actually feel you guys relaxing. And this would be like the first time in the longest time that I feel you guys actually relaxing. Like you're getting the feelings of settling. And it's not settling as in lowering your standards. It's settling as in feeling comfortable in your environment and within your surroundings, within your communities or social circles, within your exchanges, within your relationships, and feeling good about the relationships that you are building or forming in the month of February. You're attracting in much more positive energies within people outside of you, and I think this is because you're being more open about what it is that you really know, what it is that you've really gone through, and what it is that you've outgrown, what it is that you've learned. It's like a life review is hitting you in the month of February, but it's hitting you in the way of justice, is what I just heard. This is karmic justice for you this month. This month is going to be really important for you, Air Sign Collective, especially all of you, Sun, Moon, Rising, and North Node, Venus. You guys are going to be experiencing a huge shift in your networking. I want to say, like if you have an air sign in your Venus or even in your Mercury, I see there's going to be a big shift in the ways it is that you communicate, what it is that you've been communicating about, and your networking is going to expand. Or like if you have a platform, or you teach, or you're a motivational speaker, or you're a singer, or your job depends on communication, I see a lot of advancement and work for you. You guys are going to get new forms of opportunities, or you're going to reach new audiences that will expand you guys. But Sun, Moon, Rising, and North Node, I'm hearing that you guys have been making really good decisions, and you've been at a very good balance of when to sit back and when to be bold. Like when to be bold, when to stand out, when to take action, when to speak, when to be silent. You've been assessing your presence really well within your environments and your settings, is what I just heard. And I just heard that a lot of people are feeling a little bit bad because for the suns and moon signs, you guys have been misunderstood quite a lot in the past. And people are starting to see that you actually have a heart of gold, and you've had to heal through a lot of disaster. And now they're feeling a little bit bad, but now they're sold. They know who you are now. There's no doubt around you anymore coming from people outside of you, projected onto you, because you've removed negative influences around you, and you've also changed the opinion of people around you through your growth, is what I heard. Now we have the Dragon's Jewel, Inner Conflict, Moralities, and Conscious Choices. 23. The Web of the Weaver, Synchronicity, Divine Intelligence, and Cause and Effect, or Karma. In other words, number 23 and number 4. So yeah, you guys have been working really hard to change your foundations. You guys could have moved in the past year, or you guys could have the intentions of moving over the next 4 months, or wanting to look for a new house or new location. I see here you guys might be traveling to a completely new place, or you have traveled to a completely new place, and I think you guys are going to find that you are in the perfect place for harvesting, because we've got the full moon in the back of the dragon's jewel here, and you've also got illuminated an illuminated back, which usually tells me that whatever concerns you had about this, you're going to actually experience a complete different experience when you approach this. It's going to shock you how well things fall into place this month. Especially if you are already in a new location, things are going to start to fall into place because you're in balance. You're exactly where you need to be, with both of these energies being intertwined and coming together. You've been made aware of the shadow aspects within yourself, and you've done a lot of work. You're aware and have done a lot of work and discipline around your higher aspects of self, and these two energies are unioning together to help create a whole new timeline, which is set a new foundation for you to actually propel yourself forward, with number 23 being here. By choice, you are choosing to be your authentic self in a new location, or through a newly developed rediscovery of self. We could put it that way. It's the most practical way that I can put it. That will still be generalized. Okay, so what is the overall energy of the month of February for our air sign collectives, please? What can they expect them to experience over the month of February? We have attachments in reverse, number 5. So it came out this way. But I'm going to read this at a challenge aspect. So you guys have been working really hard to move away from things that have held you back by identifying with what needed to be removed from your life. If you see this lady in the background, she's holding a mask, but it's away from her face, and she's studying the details of the mask. She's probably pondering also why she's kept herself chained to this mask, because if you see, she's chained to the pole here, and she still chooses to hold on to the mask, when in reality there's a key sitting on top of this pole here. If she let go of the mask, she'll be able to grab the key and release herself from what bounded her away from better ways of living, joy, adventure, expansion, happiness, romance, a completely different life, if I'm honest, a completely opposite experience to what she is living here, based on a change of perspective. By surrendering something she thinks she needs, she frees herself, and that's what this card is really about. So I see that in this month, you're going to be identifying things that you once thought were good for you and releasing them to move on to better ways of living and better ways of being and better ways of thinking, behaving, building, creating. You're going to see improvement in many different areas of your life in this month. Let me just pull another card here. Oh, what did we have come out? Victory. Number 28. So this is talking about you successfully bringing an end to things that are no longer of positive benefit to you, with the door to personal healing and happiness. Number 34 here. This is just confirming that you guys are breaking outside of obstacles or limitations that once actually held you back. You're going to be identifying how much things from the past actually held you back as well. And you're going to be seeing from different depths, understandings that will help you to move forward in better ways. It will also help to expand you and the reach it is that you have with other people outside of you, because you're going to be passing on information that you've learned from particular cycles that you see many experience. That's why the world is coming up here. You're going to be making conscious choices of how it is that you choose to move towards goodness, or how it is that you're going to choose to contribute goodness into your world this month. You're going to be very much in alignment with intentional living, which means you're pretty much manifesting all it is that you set your mind to, and you know you are. You know what I'm saying? You're very confident within yourself because you're very self-aware this month, and you're going to feel much more supported because you're going to start to see validation and results building, or proving themselves as a result of your hard work and investments prior to now. With the daughter value coming out here, you're going to be rewarded for hard work that you've been investing, especially when it comes to your purpose or when it comes to your relationships. If you've been working to get close to someone, I see that you guys are going to be forming much deeper connections with people who and they're going to be in much more meaningful ways. So you're going to be identifying soulmates and extended connections that you've overlooked in the past. You're going to be making deeper, meaningful connections, especially partnerships. You might find benefit over this month collaborating with people that you know you can trust, people that you know you can be honest with, and people that you are like-moraled to. That's going to be really important, because when you come together with like-moraled people, you guys create a magnetic energy. Because your skill sets complement one another, and it attracts in prosperity because you are creating value outside of yourselves together. You're going to attract a lot of people in this month, and you're going to find a lot of reason to celebrate. You also could find yourself attracting in new audiences or new connections, invited to much more gatherings or social events. You're going to be out there a lot more this month, and you're going to feel much more comfortable with being a little bit more bold. With daughter romance being here, you guys could experience a lot more romance this month as Valentine's coming up, right? So if you guys have been single in the past, I see here that you guys are going to be truly healing from pastime breakups and letting go of pastime attachments to traumatic experiences in love. It's like you've really released it. You finally cleansed all cords or attachments to pastime people or influences that pastime things have on you now. And you're going to fall back in love with life and your ability and capability to achieve what it is that you set your mind to. You're going to fall back in love with creativity, your forms of personal expression and art. For others of you, you guys are going to be experiencing a deepening of love this month. If you've had issues with like your relationship, I see them healing. You will manifest what it is that you set your mind to. So as long as you speak clearly, truthfully, and you're honest and transparent with the people and persons that you class to love, or that you feel love for or care very deeply for, they're going to be able to see past any worries or concerns that might come up. Yeah, you get me? So you're going to also feel like your third eye is absolutely open and seeing things very clearly. It's going to teach you or show you what it is that you need to take a rest from, what it is that you need to take a break from, and redirect your focuses towards. There are certain forms of love that you've been investing in areas or in you've been investing love in ways that are no longer optimal for your current alignment, and you're going to find how it is that you can express love in new ways. But it's going to take a choice. What is this choice focus around? Healing your heartbreak. Okay. So the only way you're going to advance in love this month, pile, or even moving forward, is by choosing to heal from the past, by letting go. This means no longer checking up on them, no longer thinking about them, no longer consuming your own time with ponderings of what could have happened, what should have been, what they did to you. You know what I'm saying? So it's really going to ask, this month is really going to ask you to make conscious effort and conscious choices to move past. That's a card that I didn't see, number 21. To strategize moving past what you have identified to have been holding you back. How are you choosing to heal? How are you choosing to progress is the mindset this month. That is going to be your most progressive focuses. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the spiritual lesson. Taking action when you know you should. I think you guys have in the past spent a lot of time gathering information about how to best take action moving forward. Now this month you are going to be putting into action all the information it is that you have gathered prior to now. You're going to start to feel much more free, and you're going to be met with a lot more opportunities that will help you to grow in what you know you want to be doing. So doors are going to be opening, and obstacles are going to be clearing. Do you know the song that I just heard? What's that song, please? What's it called? Three little birds sat on my window, and they told me I don't need to worry. Little girls double dutch on the concrete. Well, sometimes we feel afraid, but it's alright. The more things seem to change, the more they stay the same. Don't you think it's strange? Put your records on. I think you guys should go and check that song out. Or if you guys start to feel low over this month, go and pop that song on for yourself. Especially when you're feeling low in confidence, you're gonna find it will help you to pick up your energy listening to songs that are encouraging you in better directions. You know. Okay. What is the main challenge that they might come to meet over the month ahead? Resurfacing patterns, people, situations, realizations, understandings, and needing to voice the truth of the wisdom and the experience you've developed through these reoccurring situations. The reason why you've reoccurred, the reason why you've experienced reoccurring cycles and lessons is because you've been seeing it from different dimensions so that you are able to relate it to different understandings. This has helped you to become secure within your understandings and your teachings, or your resources and skill sets that you'll be able to offer to other people who come seeking your advice. This has also helped to prepare you for your journey ahead when you are called to take action into cultivating results, creating what it is that you desire, being the designer of your future, you know. And going after your truest heart's desires. Okay. What is the challenge exactly? 2 moments. Let's go with the tarot here. What is the challenge? The challenge is feeling. Being supportive of what you know gives you the eye roll, the feeling of not this again. There's a certain issue that you keep meeting, or a certain thing that you keep meeting, or headbutting is what I'm saying, and you keep headbutting it, but through different people or different experiences. You're being asked to open up more to developing more compassion. During the times when you eye roll, there are deeper wisdoms or insights in your situation that you haven't seen. There are deeper values or wisdoms to that thing that you keep headbutting against, that you're not valuing or you're underestimating, that is actually a gift for you. So when you feel halted or you feel challenged to be empathizing, to be supportive of certain things, when you keep experiencing a repeating occurrence, you're being called to develop an honesty with yourself where you are able to no longer judge the thing that you keep headbutting as good versus bad, and instead see what is and what is not. This will help you to analyze the lesson differently and see it from a different perspective, because you'll be detaching from the emotional charge that you might feel from the things that you are being called to reflect in on this month. This is what is going to lead you towards bringing true effective endings to things that you don't need to be doing anymore, because you will be effectively showing yourself or proving to yourself a level of an understanding that you feel as though you've been missing, or it will help you to build a confidence in your understandings that will become unshakable. and will tap you into deeper wisdoms that you will then feel confident in providing for other people outside of you to then help them tackle a repeating head-butting situation as well. To a degree in your life, you are teachers to somebody, Air Sign Collective, this month, and you're going to be shown examples of this, and you'll be finding that when you are shown examples of this by the people you attract in, it's going to be re-invoking memories within you, and you'll be seeing situations from deeper levels of understanding or perspective that will help you to tap into deeper wisdoms that you have overlooked or underestimated, and you'll pass them on to people and see the true value of that will then re-empower you or validate you or give you back the charging energy that you need, that you haven't really been hyping yourself up about, but you're going to this month. And if you don't give it to yourself, you're going to start to see it manifest outside of you, because universe is like, you deserve it. You've done so much work, and this is such an important month for you, because you're going to finally see undeniably the true development that you've put in, the true work you've put in, the true results. You're going to start to be shown that you are doing what you're doing for reason. It's not a waste of time, you know. Okay, so how can they overcome challenges that might occur this month? The way you can overcome challenges this month is represented by the Two of Wands. Stay focused on prioritizing your long-term goals, or focus on where it is that you want to be, say 2 months from now, 2 years from now. You're going to start to be able to see into the consequences of certain choices and behaviors, and start to internalize things in a different way that will help you to tap into your visionary abilities a lot differently than what you are used to. That's what's going to be advancing this month. Your prophecy abilities, your visionary abilities, or your abilities to see into the future of your actions or capabilities or potential. This is what's going to help to prepare you with the Four of Cups being here. You're going to be a lot more reflective and meditative this month. It's important that when your past comes up, that you don't use your past to punish yourself with the moon in Scorpio, because the emotions that might come up from the past things that you reflect of might be very intense. And that's why it's important that you detach from the emotion and you look into the pure facts. This is how you won't get swept away and stay grounded with the Four of Pentacles here. Stay grounded in your resources of self. Stay grounded in your newfound versions of yourself that you're becoming confident in. You know what I'm saying? Because Four of Pentacles talks about sometimes being possessive of your own material resources, just your resources and energy as well. So it's saying, you know, be protective over yourself and who it is that you've discovered yourself to be. Don't let the past define you. With the Four of Pentacles being here and the Four of Cups, you might find that your past versions of self might be tested. Like, you might be presented with opportunities, or what you might see as challenges, between choosing to revert back to an old version of yourself or choosing to step into a new version of yourself that you know is leading you into better living. But I see you quite committed to your better ways of living, with Venus and Leo being here. Your attractions, beauty, standing out, what you know you're good at, is what's going to motivate you and drive you towards security, stability, and sustainability, especially in finances. Being aware of your emotions is good, because it teaches you what it means to develop maturity and emotional intelligence. So if things do become intense, you're being advised to go and focus on stuff that will lift you back up. And then revisit the things that you feel challenged by later, when you feel revitalized, re-energized, and better prepared. Not everything has to be done at once. Even though your spiritual lesson, you're going to be feeling driven by the need to take action, and it's good, but it's also important that you take time out when you need it, when you feel it, or when you don't see progress, and you reflect. That's what provides you with the insight that is needed to then build security around you, so and recreate security in your material world. So what should they embody to overcome any challenges for the month ahead? Your natural intelligence, your grace, your elegance, your ability to harness your compassionate support when you feel most challenged by those who don't know how to embody their energy for themselves. I see that you've identified with a lot of sickness outside of you for the shamans that are here. It's not your responsibility to fix things, though you might feel obligated to provide options. Presenting them the choice allows them to do the work that is necessary and helps them to identify where it is that they are restless, because you provided the illumination of the truth. And then you allow them to deal with their ego and the self-discipline. This feeling of restlessness drives them towards, what's the word? Self-development and self-work. It makes them face themselves. It makes them self-reflect. So your example is going to be leading others into better directions and better ways of being this month. As long as you are true to yourself, you are true to what is meaningful to you, you will learn along the way. And that's kind of the mission statement of the month for you, Air Sign Collective. That's how you're going to stay on top of your challenges. That's how you're also going to feel as though you're in connection or in alignment with your true authentic self, your intuition and your energy points, like your higher self, your connection to source, your mystical connections, whatever you want to call it. You staying true to yourself is what's going to keep you in alignment and undistracted, is what I hear here. Yeah, this is also going to help you keep focus on unfolding of your own potential, your own crafts, your own skills, and your own capabilities. You're going to surprise yourself and shock yourself this month. Some of you are also going to be gifted like a talisman, a ring. Things are going to expand a lot more over this month. You're going to see progress where you felt halted in the past, and that's something you have to look forward to. I also see here that you're going to feel much more stable in your environments, and there's going to be unexpected windfalls of material wealth that will come to you. Your necessities are going to be met, so there's nothing that is hidden from you that is going to pop up to shock you, other than what it is that you choose to do yourself. Like by bringing an end to things, the only things that are going to shock you are like who you're proving yourself to be to yourself. Like yeah, the you that you're discovering yourself is so much better than the you that you thought you were supposed to be. Air Sign Collective, and that's going to be the gift of this month. So I really do love that for you. As a result, you'll attract in everything else that is much more complementary to who it is that you know yourself to be now. So that honestly leads to fulfillment as it is. But those are the messages I have for you today. Thank you so very much for stopping by. I do wish you the absolute best for this month ahead. And with all that being said, until next time, bye.